Welcome to SND College of Engineering and Research Center Yeola, Department of Applied Science online lecture series. So today we will discuss about lecture on engineering physics unit first, wave optics. In previous video we have already seen that what is polarizer and Malus law. So today we will discuss about double refraction and Huygens theory. So first topic is double refraction. So what is double refraction? You can see on the screen the wave propagation in bifringent medium. Bifringent medium means the incident ray converted into two ray, ordinary rays and extraordinary ray. What is double refraction? If a narrow beam of unpolarized light be incident normally on a double refracting crystal like calcite, it split up into two refracted rays. The two refracted rays emerges parallel to the incident beam but slightly displaced by a small distance. This phenomenon is called double refraction. The velocity of O rays is the same in all direction of a crystal, whereas the E ray travels with different velocities in different direction. The velocity of O rays means ordinary rays. The velocity of ordinary ray is same in all direction in crystal, whereas E ray means what? Extraordinary ray. The velocity of extraordinary ray, there are different velocities in different direction. There are slightly difference between O ray and E ray. O ray, velocity of O ray is same in all direction in the crystal, and extraordinary ray velocity, different velocities in different direction. The velocity of O ray and E ray are the same along optic axis. Optic axis, the velocity of ordinary rays and extraordinary rays are same. The velocity of E ray is less than that of O ray in quartz crystal, that is positive crystal. The velocity of extraordinary ray is less than ordinary rays in quartz crystal. This is called as positive crystal. The velocity of extraordinary rays is more than that of ordinary ray in calcite crystal, that is negative crystal. So in positive crystal, velocity of extraordinary ray is less than ordinary ray, positive crystal, and velocity of extraordinary ray is more than ordinary ray, this is negative crystal. So along the optic axis, the refractive index mu e, refractive index mu is extraordinary ray and mu o is ordinary ray. The direction in which the ray of transmitted light does not suffer double refraction inside the crystal is known as optic axis. The direction in which the ray of transmitted light does not suffer double refraction, this inside the crystal, this is known as optic axis. There is no any change. For all rays not traveling along the optic axis, the velocity is determined by a pair of refractive indices called the ordinary refractive index mu0 and extraordinary refractive index mu e. The path of incident ray is split into two rays called O rays and E rays. O rays means what? Ordinary rays, and E rays means what? Extraordinary rays. So double refraction crystal, main point is calcite crystal. Calcite crystal also known as calcium carbonate, CaCO3. When a beam of ordinary light, that is unpolarized light, passes through a crystal such as quartz or calcite, it split into two refracted beams, O ray and E ray, and both are plane polarized light. This is called as double refraction. On the screen you can see calcite crystal, and calcite crystal is CaCO3. The double refraction in calcite crystal, first one is unpolarized light is transmitted in calcite crystal in green color. The unpolarized light split into two rays, ordinary rays and extraordinary rays. In green color ordinary ray and in purple color extraordinary ray. Both are plane polarized light, and here it is optic axis. Positive crystal. Positive crystal means what? Extraordinary ray, velocity of extraordinary ray is less than velocity of ordinary ray. That's why the refractive index mu0 is less than mu e. Refractive index is ordinary ray is less than extraordinary ray. The velocity ordinary ray is greater than extraordinary ray. And examples: quartz CiO2, seletite MgF2, and rutile TiO2. On the screen you have to see ellipsoidal E wavefront and spherical O wavefront. And in negative crystal, extraordinary ray, velocity of extraordinary ray is greater than velocity of ordinary ray. The refractive index is ordinary ray is greater than extraordinary ray. Velocity ordinary ray is less than extraordinary ray. Example: calcite, tourmaline, and ruby. Second topic is Huygens theory. Huygens principle, proposed by Christian Huygens in 1678, revolutionized our understanding of light and its characteristics. Huygens principle is one of the key methods for studying various optical phenomena. Huygens explained the phenomenon of a double refraction in uniaxial crystal on the basis of wave theory of light using the principle of secondary wavelet. He made the following assumptions. Every point on wavefront is in itself the source of spherical wavelets which spread out in the forward direction at the speed of light. The sum of these spherical wavelets form the wavefront. On the screen you can see there is wavefronts, second and third. So there are two assumptions of Huygens. When a narrow beam of unpolarized light be incident on a double refracting crystal, it produces two wavefront corresponding to two polarized refracted rays as shown in figure. This phenomenon is called double refraction. The velocity of extraordinary wave varies with direction. Hence, the corresponding wavefront is ellipsoid of revolution about the optic axis. Then, refractive index of the crystal of the extraordinary ray is mu e is equal to c upon ve. Then, speed of both the rays, that is O ray and E ray, is same along the optic axis. Hence, the sphere and ellipsoid touch each other at the point on the optic axis. On the screen, spherical wavelet associated with ordinary wave. In red color, primary plane wavefront, new light crystal surface, red in the crystal surface, then wave transmitted, then propagation of ordinary wavefront in the crystal in same amplitude. Second, ellipsoidal wavelet associated with extraordinary wave. There are nature of waves, propagation of extraordinary wavelet in the crystal. So Huygens theory of double refraction can be applied to the study of phenomenon of double refraction in a calcite crystal. The phenomenon in the following cases. Optic axis perpendicular to the crystal surface. A beam of unpolarized light is incident normally upon a calcite slab cut from a crystal such that the optic axis is perpendicular to the crystal surface. The ordinary rays and extraordinary rays travel with the same velocity in the same direction. Then optic axis parallel to the crystal surface lying in the plane of incidence. Unpolarized light incident normally on calcite slab cut from a crystal such that the optic axis is parallel to the crystal surface and is in the plane of incidence, and optic axis inclined to the crystal surface and laying in the plane of incidence. Unpolarized light incident normally on the calcite slab cut from a crystal such that the optic axis make a arbitrarily angle with the crystal surface. So student, I hope you have understood this. Thank you.